Let me guess, your last coach said, girl, just post content. God said, I gave you a vision, and your bank account has been saying, respectfully, I want you to pick one. I have a lot of questions. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys on how I've been able to scale my coaching business to $30K a month, live anywhere I want to in the world, keep Jesus at the center of it all. In this video, we are not talking about vibes. We're not talking about virality. We are not talking about any vague advice that you've already heard before. I'm sharing the exact method that helped Flora go from inconsistent 3 to 5K a month to her first 10K month in the first 30 days, and then also hitting consistent back-to-back 30K months in her dating coaching business. How Jason and Naomi at the Marriage Co have been able to hit 18K cash in their first 30 days and are now doing 40K a month, and beforehand they were just doing 3K, like barely scraping by. Lexi, she has been able to start her coaching business from scratch and land multiple pay in full clients while traveling the world. Simon Pellin collect 50K a month through our ad strategies. Beck Thompson reach her highest cash months yet. Flo land back-to-back piffs for her coaching business. We do this all while utilizing strategy with spirit, and everyone online is either strategy or spirit. Really, girl, you need both, right? I want you to only continue watching if you say to yourself, I should be way ahead. You know, I've got so much knowledge, but I just haven't elevated. You've been doing 5 to 10K months. You want to scale your impact, your income, your peace, your purpose, and you're still doing everything the hard way, posting daily on Instagram, praying for referrals, cold DMing like it's 2017, and you're just really tired of praying for clients and then scrambling at the end of every single month. And so really what you want is a business that funds the kingdom and frees you and your family. You're doing all the right things, but still something in your spirit feels disorganized and it feels capped with what you are doing. You've been gifted, you've been called, but the enemy has been attacking your confidence. This is the Esther effect. How Christian relationship coaches scale with purpose, systems, and clients on repeat, break income ceilings, and build a business that glorifies God and grows monthly revenue. So, let me guess, you've probably hit the good enough trap, right? You're stable, but you're stuck. You know that God has called you to this, but you're just afraid to take that next step and go to that next level because it requires change. It requires a new identity. And maybe you say to yourself, oh, I can't charge that because, you know, I'm a faith-based coach. But the best of the best, they never say, oh, I'm doing great. You know what they say? They say, I can do better. They always say there is more for me and there is better. And God did not call you to hustle harder. You know this, right? You know that we are meant to rely on Him. He wants you to build with wisdom, just like Solomon, right? And so I want to break this down. Like, what are the differences, the key attributes and characteristics that I see between a coach and an actual CEO? Well, I'm going to break it down for you. So, coaches, they chase leads. A CEO attracts leads through predictable system. A coach, they work one-on-one, they trade their hours for income. We don't do that around here as CEOs. We scale offers and we have a group delivery. Coaches rely heavily on content and referrals. CEOs leverage brand authority, automations, paid ads. Coaches are capped at 5 to 10K a month. CEOs scale sustainably to 30, 40K months using a pre-nurtured audience, right? A coach says, oh, I hope this works. I hope that I'll be able to hit 10K a month. I hope this, I hope that. You know what a CEO says? They say, God gave me this to multiply. This is here so that I can impact and serve the kingdom. A coach says, I'm gonna wear all the hats. I'm gonna be the coach. I'm gonna be the designer. I'm gonna be the fulfillment. I'm gonna be the marketer, the salesperson. A CEO says, let me delegate this. Let me learn how to become a leader, one that calls in people who are characteristically leaders themselves, right? We want to delegate to a lean and supportive team. Coaches, their spiritual posture is, I want to hustle for God's approval. Now, That was once me, and I'm still working through this. A CEO says, let me build with God's direction. Let me not just rely solely on my wisdom and my strength alone. Let me give this over. Let me surrender this business to God and let Him use me as a vessel. Let Him use me as a mouthpiece. Woo! Can you feel the Holy Spirit in this room right now, in this video? I can. I love you, God, and I'm so grateful for the person watching this video. I hope this is blessing you. Okay, so how we actually do that? How can we go from a coach to a CEO? Well, the proof is in the positioning, okay? How do we clearly do this? Through positioning. We want to position you correctly in the audience that you're going to. You are called, you are chosen, you are more than a conqueror, and we are not going to let any fear or mindset, limiting beliefs hold you back. So if you didn't already know this, positioning is actually the #1 influence persuasion tactic that you can use. So we have to really utilize this. We want to sell transformation without selling out your faith. Before coming to us, Jason and Naomi, they had no clue how to position themselves and their Instagram online. And when they made a few posts that we recommended to them, they instantly got clients reaching out. Positioning, baby. So after that, it's clarity. We need to have a clear, sound mind, understanding of the transformation we're selling, of how we're helping these people, what the offer is, right? We want one offer, one ideal client. We want to sell the transformation. We've helped tons of clients. As you can see, all of these YouTube interviews, you can literally go watch them yourself, of all the clients that we've helped do this as well. So once we have that, then we need to have a pipeline full of ideal, dream aligned clients that you've been called to serve. And how do we do that? Well, we really need to just run one simple ad, and it completely simplifies the client attraction, and it completely simplifies the client attraction system so that you can get inbound leads every single week with ads, consistent leads every single day, 3 to 5 quality calls a week on your calendar. As you can see, we've done this with many other coaches as well who literally just started their business and are now scaling past 20K a month. Next is the process. We need to have a systemized client delivery and onboarding experience, because your retention equals your impact, right? We want to have not just more money in our bank account, but we want to have spiritual impact and overflow. And so how we do that is we also outsource, we automate, and we delegate, baby. That is how we scale. Now, if you've been watching this, if you've gotten to this part, you know that God is not withholding. He's waiting on your stewardship, right? If you are ready to implement this exact system with support, with community, with stability, you're ready to have consistency in your business and in your life. You want a soul-aligned business, systems that let you impact more. Exactly what we did with Jason and Naomi here, exactly what we did with Nathaniel. He 9x his business in 4 months through grit, and he actually has been drawing near to God. One of the main things he said,
I started really getting on my knees and praying to God in January and December. Like I would, before I started ripping out all these phone calls, I would like make my bed and then put my pillow on the floor and get on my knees, and I would just start praying to God. I'm like, God, I pray for massive blessings. I pray for my family. I pray for, your presence in other people's lives. But God, I pray for wisdom, and I pray for abundance. And, one time I did that, and then my first client, it was the very next call. Like as soon as I prayed, I got on made one call, and that was Corey. And then he was my first client that signed up.
wow.
And I can't tell you how many times that happens, where the days I don't pray, the days where it's hard to be focused, but when you do, magical things happen.
Yes, glory to God, honestly, for all of this. At the end of our YouTube interview that you can watch after this video is that he actually started praying. And that is just so beautiful, because we want our clients to draw near to God during this process. So what it is our accelerator. This is exactly how we've helped all of these students grow And I'm going to show you exactly what those modules look like right here on the screen. As you can see, we have a full school and course breakdown that'll help you go from stuck spinning your tires in this coach hat to becoming your own CEO. I'm so excited for you guys to dive in. There are limited spots every single month just so that we can support our clients the best. We want to have a tight-knit community where we're all family and we love on each other. So if that is you, I want you to go below, book your call. And while you are booking that call, I want you to realize something, because there might be a part of you that's a little afraid to take that next step and go to that next level. And listen, there's only two paths forward from here, right? You either say, I'm going to go at this alone. I'm going to try and implement what Emily just went through in this quick video. Or I'm going to get the support that I need. Say, maybe you say to yourself, I can't afford it. I can't join another program. I can't invest into myself. Or you really decide to get resourceful, right? Which of the two has the highest chances of being successful? Well, I'll tell you right now, from helping over 100 plus entrepreneurs in this space, being in this space for over 5 years, making over 6 figures myself. If you want to be in the top % in your industry, you want to sell on congruency. What do I mean by that? You sell like you buy. If you don't take responsibility in your own life, how are you going to ask someone else to take responsibility in their life? That is what it's called to be a leader, right? You sell like you buy. When people come to you and they are hesitant, if you are not willing to burn the boats yourself, how are you going to have that same conviction that you need to help others walk through those steps, right? And so I believe Tony Robbins said this quote, a human being's greatest superpower is their ability to get resourceful, right? Your greatest superpower is your ability to get resourceful, love. But most humans find so many reasons why not to become resourceful. So the question really from here on out, because you can find the time, you can find the money, right? It's really, are you willing to get uncomfortable, to be uncomfortable or to be comfortable? Does God want you to be comfortable or uncomfortable? I know that He put me here to die, right? He was sweating blood. But what if I told you the way you're thinking right now is actually the problem, right? And so if you have been waiting, love, for a confirmation after confirmation, a sign after sign, another moment of clarity, but deep down you already know and God has already shown you what to do, then this is not about rushing. This is actually about obedience. And obedience doesn't always feel convenient. It actually is just aligned. You're not confused. You're cautious, but the version of you that God keeps showing you in prayer, she's already booked the flight. She's already in the mastermind. She's already in the room where her next level lives, and she made it. She moved before it made sense on paper. So no more waiting, love. That version of you, right? She trusted the God who gave her the vision would also provide the provision. Ooh! I want you to stop idolizing timing and start honoring your assignment. She stopped praying for open doors that she never intended to walk through. This video, this right here, this is the door. It is now your turn to walk through it. All you gotta do is book your call below, and I'll see you on it. Make sure to show up ready to take action, fully coming to that call with a notepad and pen. I'm ready to help you and walk you through this process. We've helped numerous people do exactly that. You can watch the interviews, but if you've been watching the interviews, you know it's your time. And I'm so grateful to be able to serve you and support you. Let's scale your business in faith for impact.